It's good to be with you. I'm talking about how to write As Told To books. About 40 years ago, I discovered that I had a great desire to write and some ability to write, but nobody'd heard about me, and I really didn't have much of a message. And what I discovered over time was that there were other people who had a great story or a message to share, but didn't have the writing skills or even the time necessarily to write. And so what became what at first was a frustration became a wonderful opportunity where I found I could pair up with people who needed help in writing. And over the years, I've had the privilege of working with many wonderful content providers, people like Bill Bright, the president of Campus Crusade for Christ, and I wrote some early books with Gary Smalley, the family marriage teacher, and many, many others, too many to name. Wonderful stories that I've had a chance to write and content, and every one that I have worked with has proven to be not only a blessing professionally, to be able to, and I really see this as a servant role. It's something that I can do to advance the kingdom of God by coming along and being a servant and helping someone else expand their message, tell their story to a wider audience. But it's also been enriching to me personally because everybody I work with has enriched my life. Let me just mention that there are various kinds of As Told To. In fact, As Told To is really only one of 4 different ways that you can, I prefer the term collaboration or partnership. So As Told To, an As Told To book would be more of where someone tells you a story and you record it and then you edit it and you put it into publication. You can also write, as I would say, the author with Al Janssen or whoever the person is that's the writer. In that case, you're doing more work. You may be taking the material and shaping it and putting the pieces together more like a puzzle. You can also have an and situation where it's the author and the content provider. And then another situation, in some cases where the person you're writing with is very high profile, it might be what would be considered a ghostwriting situation, where your name would not appear on it except in the acknowledgments. Let me give you 2 examples. I have, for the last 10 years, worked very closely with a very famous author named Brother Andrew. His first book was called God's Smuggler, sold 10 million copies. I had a dream at one time to write the sequel to God's Smuggler, and don't have time to tell that story. God allowed me to write a couple of major books with him called Light Force and Secret Believers. 2 books that I've done recently with him. One is Brother Andrew with Al Janssen, Operation Nineveh, 39 Days with Jonah. And this is a book that I took his notes on Jonah and created a devotional. So the material is Brother Andrew's material that he's taught for many, many years, but had never put into a published form. And I had the privilege of working with him to shape that material. And so it really is where Brother Andrew is providing the content, but I'm providing the writing skill. Another book that we did together, though, was very different. This one is Brother Andrew and Al Janssen. It's called Prayer, the Real Battle. This book emerged as an idea that I had with Andrew because of a crisis of a prayer that I had in my own life. And so this book, he provides content, but I also provide content. And that was very rewarding. Now, the way this was able to emerge is because I had a 10-year relationship with Brother Andrew, and we got to the point where we could actually literally partner and collaborate on a book. But it started with me getting to know him as a person, him telling me his story, and then over time emerged to a real genuine partnership. I would just encourage you, if you have a desire to write, but not quite sure what to write or how to do it, this may be an area of ministry that could be very beneficial for you to advance the kingdom, expand the kingdom, and have the blessing of helping someone else get their message or story out.